Sup YouTube? Today I got a shoe review. I haven't done a shoe review in a while, but today I got a review on the Huf Dylan Pro model. I think it's just called the Dylan officially, but I don't know, call it what you want. Pretty stoked on getting these shoes. I got these a couple weeks ago. I was gonna make a review a couple weeks ago, but I don't know, just got lazy or whatever. But nevertheless, here's the shoe. This is the burnished black colorway. I'm a size 9, so size 9. I switched out the flat laces for the round laces. I wasn't really digging the round laces at first, and then I just put them on again and tried them out, and I don't know, I kind of grew on me a little. So, just a few things on the shoe. Um, this is Dylan's first pro model on Huff, and this was like supposedly like his. It was gonna be a second pro model on Gravis, but Gravis, stopped selling in the States and they only sell in Japan now. You could probably still buy them, but it'll probably be like mad expensive for shipping and whatever. Um, I actually saw this thing on Rip Laces where like a bunch of shoe companies are starting to sell shoes in like Marshalls and TJ Maxx and shit like that. But I don't know. I'm just digressing, don't mind me. But yeah, it was supposed to be a second Gravis Pro model, but whatever. And then he went to Huff, and now he has a shoe. So that's pretty cool. I missed out on his first Pro model, so I definitely had to get these. I mean, despite the 120 price tag, I just definitely had to get these. I mean, they look super good and super comfy, and like I just didn't want to miss out on his second Pro model because it's like one of my favorite skaters. So you know, but as far as the shoe wears and stuff, this leather, it's really top shelf stuff. This is really good leather. All the shoes I've had in my life, I've never had like a leather quite like this. I'm not saying like it's the best leather or whatever. I'm sure there's like better leather or whatever, but it's not just your average leather that you find on like a pair of like Forces or some shit like that. Like this is a step above. This is a higher tier. You know what I mean? Um, it just feels different. Like smells different. Like these will definitely last. They'll go a few miles when you're skating them. You know what I mean? Like these will go the distance. You're not gonna be wearing through it really quick or whatever, or you know, when you're skating them or whatever. But yeah, the leather it's really smooth and stuff, and I don't know. You just have to like see them for yourself, really. I mean, what you see on my camera, it's like you know, a lot different than what you'll see like in person. Like I don't know. But yeah, it's really good leather. Moving on. In one of the things you might notice about the shoe, it has this cutaway right here, and the cutaway that offers like flexibility and stuff. And like one thing that I noticed, like I felt like this shoe was more tailored to like people with fallen arches or low arches or no arches at all in their feet. And I have low arches, so what I noticed with like this cutaway on the inside here, it allows like rather than confining your foot like inside this whole sidewall here, like right where your arch is, like since the cutaway's right there, your feet actually have like a little more room to like expand like over the side of the shoe or over the bottom of the shoe. So like this is just that much more comfortable. So in like I've had shoes in the past that like they dig into my arch and like they actually gave my feet like cramps and stuff when I was skating them. But these ones are like super comfy despite the way they look. I know they look like some super thin like tight shoe, but they're really accommodating and comfy. um yeah, I mean these are pretty comfy, and like it sits on top of a cup sole too, so it's just protection on top. It's just more protection on top of that when you do skate them. I mean, I might skate these if I get another pair or something. I might get the white ones, but I don't know. Hopefully I can find another pair of the black ones, but I don't know. I'm not going to be skating these for a while though, that's for sure. But yeah, super comfy. The insole here, it's doesn't look too thick, but it is thick. I mean, you'll feel it when you're walking around in them. It's polyurethane. For those of you that don't know, polyurethane. It's just like it's like the new EVA, I like to call it. But a lot of shoes are using this stuff, and basically it just doesn't pack out. It doesn't crease or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's just from day one when you buy this, it'll be like this till the last day you skate the shoe. So it's not gonna pack out in the heel or in the toe area or whatever, no matter how much you wear them. That's pretty cool. So you'll always get that, that protection. I mean, they will break in a little, like they'll get softer over time, but it's gonna be this thick like 100 days from now. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. And it's flat too. So again, with that flat foot thing, it's very accommodating. To a lot of feet where you have high or low arches. So that's just one thing I noticed. Another thing about the shoe, it's on the inside. You might notice this red part. This is suede, and what that does, it keeps your heel like down, because the heel is like somewhat defined on the shoe, but this is just to help keep your heel from slipping out when you're walking around or when you're pushing on the shoe or whatever, because it'll just like grip onto your socks pretty much and just hold you down or whatever. And in addition to that, there's like a softer leather material in here, and then underneath the insole, and then on the tongue itself, it has these two centering straps, and they go on either side, and they're really thick straps. I'll try and show you. Yeah, you probably can't see that, but well, maybe, yeah, right there. They're pretty thick straps, so I mean, when I saw them, it reminded me of the Laced by America. Like they're really thick. Like you could even, like if you really wanted to, you could probably like wear these without laces or whatever. I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, go for it if you wanna. You probably could do that, but that really just helps. The straps really just help lock your feet in. It gives you a nice snug fit, but it's not too snug. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, since like your feet, like how like your tongues are always doing this or whatever when you're walking around, they made the that strap on the outside part of your foot like actually shorter than the inside, because nobody has like perfect legs or whatever, so their tongue's gonna sit perfectly straight. Because I've had shoes like that as well, and like they try to make the tongue completely straight and it digs into into the top of your foot, and it's kind of annoying. So I guess this just like wraps around your foot better, which is a pretty cool thing I noticed. And then on the inside around the toe area, I'd say from this like panel all around the toe area, all toe box or whatever, um, there's a mesh lining, and that is just beyond words comfortable. I mean, it's just like it keeps your feet from getting too hot or too cold or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely like a plus. I mean, most shoes I've had, they don't have mesh linings in them or whatever, so it's just a nice bonus that you get with the shoe. And maybe when your board comes down like this on top of your foot or whatever, you get some weird flips or whatever happens, like it'll hurt less because of that mesh lining. So that's pretty cool. I think that's like one of the best features of the shoe, actually, the mesh lining. It's just like so comfortable, and like you get a nice pair of socks with them too, and like it just comforts through the roof. But yeah, the outsole, I don't think yeah, the outsole, besides that cutaway, it's a really grippy outsole. If you're skating them out of the box, it's gonna feel slippery at first. I know, like I stepped on my board a few times, went cruised around the block with these a few times, and they feel kind of slippery, but after you get through that like initial factory grease or whatever you want to call it, like it really grips up and stuff, and that's pretty cool. Plus it's super thick. I mean, like these sidewalls right here, I've had these for, I don't know, when I say a week, I don't know. It's been longer than a week, I know that. Maybe like 2 or 3 weeks I've had these, and I've just been walking around in them. Maybe even a month, I don't know. But the sidewalls here, they don't like flex too much, and I like that. So I mean, it's just like that much more protection, and the sidewalls here are pretty thick too. So it's not gonna like, it's gonna protect the leather to an extent until like they both become flush, and then you start, wearing down the leather. But when you first start skating them, like you'll be hitting the rubber most of the time, which is pretty cool. Just make the shoe last that much longer. And I don't know, this rubber just feels like really tough, really like rigid around the sides at least. And it's not, and when I say that, it's not going to inhibit like flexibility or like board feel or whatever. I mean, these things, they flex plenty, so it's not like you're wearing like fucking a pair of forces to go skate or something. Like it's hard and stiff, but not to the point where like you can't skate them. Like it's just like in the middle. It's pretty cool. And this, you know you can just hear it, like it just sounds super solid. And this tread pattern actually is pretty deep too. I mean, probably can't tell how deep it is, but the tread pattern is actually pretty deep, and I like that. The one gripe that I have about this shoe though, because of like this super complex tread pattern, like all these micro holes and stuff, when you walk in mud or dirt or a puddle, it's just gonna trap all that dirt and water in there that much more. So you're gonna be spending a little more time stomping out your feet, going like this with your shoe just to get all the dirt out before you go skate. So that's one minus about the shoe, I guess. I mean, they could have made it a little more like, I don't know, a little more plain or a little more easy to get dirt out of, but it's not too bad. It's just a minor thing. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else to talk about the shoe. I mean, I know it's just like a really good looking shoe, so I don't want to skate them. I mean, the price, like, yeah, that's part of it, I guess. But the main, I mean, if these things cost $60, like, I still wouldn't want to skate these because, like, they look so good, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I mean, that's the shoe. In a minute, I'll give you an on feet look of how they look. I mean, if you care, but yeah. These are the Dylans by Huf. 120 retail. They're probably on eBay now because I'm pretty sure this color sold out. Sorry about that. They still got the white ones somewhere. You can find those. And that Oxblood colorway just came out too. I mean, I'm not really a fan of Oxblood. I don't have too many clothes to match Oxblood, but I don't know. Just looking around. Alright, yeah, so on feet in a second. So this is what they look like on feet. I got these navy pants and these weird green socks, but yeah, I just wanted to like show a little bit of the features, so you don't want to wear like a plain black sock with it. That's the shoe. Yeah. Alright. So that's what they look like on feet. And that's pretty much my review of the shoe. I always say this with all my videos, but maybe if I skate them, I don't know. I still don't know if I'm gonna skate them or not. But if I do skate them, which would be way down the line, way down in the future, you can expect a review about them because I'll totally review them if I skate them. So, yeah, that's it. Dylan Pro, or The Dylan by Huf. Swing fuck Inc.